Hi, my name is Abe Bellucci, founder of Island Daze. It's very humbling to me thinking back on all the experience I've had and how just by following my heart, living my lifestyle, I created such an amazing business out of it, and it's simply out of nothing. I went to Bali in '97 for the waves. I kept hearing about how Bali had the most perfect uncrowded waves back then. It was an amazing time for me. I fell in love with the place, the food, the culture, the people, but more than anything, I fell in love with the waves. At the time, surfing was my life. My whole life revolved around surfing. So going from being this, professional beach bum to thinking about business in Bali was this one day I ended up walking around Kuta Beach and stumbled upon the surf shop and walked in, and I went in there. This guy was talking about surfboards and he was dissatisfied with the selection they had. He walked out, and I walked up to him and told him that I overheard his conversation and that I had a ton of surfboards and a bunch of gear at my place where I was staying, since at the time I was sponsored. And we went back there, and long story short, he ended up buying close to about $2,500 worth of product. At the time I was really dead broke, so I thought that was huge to me. I thought I could retire basically. Making some decisions. My dad ended up calling me like a week later and told me that a friend of his had a bunch of stores in Lincoln Road, Miami Beach, so apparel stores, that he was interested in buying some product from Bali, some sarongs, some board shorts, etc. I quickly fell into this production mode. During my journey, when I was just surfing, I befriended a factory owner. The process of pattern making, to me, that was fascinating, and we'd just sit there and we'd he'd show me the process, and we'd have a couple beers and talk about it, and I was always intrigued by it. So when I did get this money, I had the opportunity, I went to him and he basically just took me under his wing and showed me all the proper steps to make a production. Like my dad's instructions, I went back to Miami and really excited with all this product made. I packed up my car, went to my dad's friend, the shop owner, and something happened, as far as miscommunication, and the guy wanted nothing. He didn't want any product, so completely crushed. I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I had all this product. I was not in apparel. I didn't know where to start. I ended up driving, for probably about 2.5 weeks up the coast, stopping at every single shop I could find. What happened was I ended up selling, and sure enough, it was a successful trip. I went back with cash in hand, but the best part about it, and this is where the magic happens, is I went back with reorders. So got the money back, got reorders in hand. Now flying back to Bali, I'm really excited. So that's when Island Daze was born, basically. Now with cash in hand and reorders, I had an obligation to fulfill these reorders and to continue this journey I was on. And it was a pretty clear idea that I had an opportunity here, and I ran with it. So I had money in hand. I decided to move into the dream home. Basically, it was this amazing place. It became the first headquarters of Island Daze. What I remember most was this eclectic bunch of friends that would stay at my house for weeks at a time. Guys like Miles Padaka, Dave Bonaventura, Jappy, Studer, Louis Escoto, my brother Ben, and Matt Clack. And they were just an amazing group of friends. And we all went on to do amazing things. And that to me was the best part of this whole journey. At the time, my goal was to build the ultimate pair of board shorts, and realistically enough, I couldn't do it in Bali. So I chose to go to China. It was an interesting decision to make because I knew nobody there, and for me, it was like I was a deer in headlights. I made my way to China, and I didn't know where to begin. But simply just kind of following my heart and knowing that everything will fall into place, I just went with my instincts, and everything worked out fine. Our customer base was stateside, so moving back to Florida was inevitable. It was a good decision, and to maintain growth, it was an ultimate decision we had to make. And looking back, I'm really happy we decided to do that. Currently, Island Daze is set up into two parts. You have your Island Daze brand and then our private label side of things. Our quality and technical capabilities are on par with any major brand in the surfing industry. We pride ourselves on being able to meet the needs of our customers, big or small. I take from this whole amazing journey is that the experiences I've had and the success we've experienced is overwhelming to me because I basically just lived out my life. I did not have any expectations. I didn't think that it would grow into this amazing business, and that to me is the most exciting thing about coming to work every day. It doesn't feel like work. I just basically lived, from my heart, just traveled around, surfed, and stumbled upon this amazing, life I have now. And if I can say anything, it's basically just to follow your heart, and everything else falls into place.